Welcome, love, to Wild Flow, the podcast for wild and wise women devoted to honoring your body's wisdom, reclaiming your cyclical power, and walking as a feminine leader in life, love, and through your soul work and purpose. I'm Charlotte Pointeaux, Embodiment Coach, Ritual Priestess, Menstrual Cycle Educator, and Feminine Business Mentor, here to guide soul-led women to step forward as their most magical, womb-awakened, authentic, and sovereign selves. On the podcast, we have rich and deep conversations with women I deeply admire who are leading the way in the reclamation of sacred feminine power. Ready for a new episode, my love? Let's flow. Hello, loves, and welcome back to a brand new season, a brand new year of Wild Flow podcast with me, Charlotte Pointeaux. I am so happy to be here with you and to drop back into this space and feel how this podcast is becoming a reflection of my evolution, I guess, and deeper embodiment of who I am as a sacred feminine leader and guide for women to drop deeply into their body's wisdom, to know themselves deeply and authentically, and to be able to really trust themselves, who they are, how their body works, how their brain works, how they really desire to live and work and move in the world, and then to be able to really rise rooted and strong and clear in that knowing to create the life and the business that really sustains and nourishes your soul work as well in the world. So we can all really be embodied, wise, sacred medicine women, healers, guides, coaches, and just embodied women who are, whether you bring this through your work or just through your everyday life, that you are holding this frequency of a woman who knows who she is and who feels at home in her body and flows with nature's rhythm and is able to hold that and invite others to step into that and discover that for themselves, whether this is children, whether this is partners, whether this is friends, family, colleagues, community members, or whether this does go into your work and your clients as well, so that they can feel that resonance that you are holding and come in, lean in, ask more, find out. And this is how we are creating change in the world, calling women forwards, calling women home. So we need to step forwards. And this is really where this podcast is going in its, I don't know, maybe this has been 3.5 years now of Wild Flow. This is where this is really going, and the frequency and the wisdom and the invitation that I really want this to hold for us now. So I'm going to be inviting more conversations with women, as well as more stories and sharing and insights and teachings just from myself too, to really guide us on this process and hold us, give us examples, bring wisdom and support from women who are leading the way, who are sharing this really embodied feminine way of leading in big ways, in little ways, in subtle ways, in overt ways, in all different realms of life as well, so that we can build resistance, I guess, to the sort of masculine patriarchal paradigm that we're living in, but then to really melt resistance as well, where people are really holding that to falling into this more embodied feminine way of living and loving and leading. So just inviting you to take a moment to drop into your body today with feet on the earth, wherever you are, whether you're walking or driving, sitting, curled up in a chair, whether you're lying out on a picnic rug in nature, wherever you are. Feel the earth beneath you and feel it all around you and feel it all inside you. Just take some breaths here. Ooh, to feel that oneness, that we are the same as this earth. As you take breaths here, slowing down your breath. Noticing the pockets of tension in your body where it's alive for you. Oh, and I bet you, as it always is for me and for so many of us, that there's a call, a nudge, a noticing in your neck and shoulders and your jaw that you are holding some tension here. So breathe in and let it go. As much as little as you can, adjusting posture, softening. How can you just let go more and more in this moment? And as you feel where your body is at, if you do have a menstrual cycle, what's the energy of this place in your cycle? Were you aware that how you're feeling today could be cyclical, or is there something really alive, present, big in your life that is pulling you out of feeling settled and grounded and into another place? And what is going on in your life? What is going on in the earth? What is going on in the cosmos? As you are listening, and just feel how your body is a mirror of all of this, an extension. And instead of the outside world pulling your energy into coherence with that, so where your energy is matching the world around you, can you turn this around and drop into your body here and choose how you want to feel in this moment? Is this slow and steady? Is it grounded and solid and true? Is this pleasure and expansion, juiciness? Do you want to feel creative and inspired? Do you want to feel magnetic and so alive with potential and possibility? Do you want to feel nurturing and calming? Whatever this is for you, are you focused, needing to settle down right now? How do you want to feel? And just notice where your energy state is at right now. And I offer you this question. How can you shift your energy from where you're at to more of where you want to be? How do you breathe? How does your posture change? What energy do you want to cultivate in your body? How do your thoughts feed into this energy? So just taking a moment here, some very, very simple and basic questions for you to just contemplate as we step into this new iteration of this podcast together. I invite you to really feel the so I'm ovulating and I am enjoying a Friday morning. All of my children are in school this year. This is the very first time that I've had all children in. My youngest is in 4.5 days. So it is Friday morning and I'm going to leave soon to collect her. And I'm just enjoying the space. I feel alive and vibrant and juicy and inspired. I feel energized and yet clear. And I feel deeply, deeply sensual today. So right in the middle of my fertile window. It is Lamas here in the Southern Hemisphere, the first harvest time, the late summer, like the post-ovulation glow. The threshold, sort of feel like this is like 40s energy. Like we're deep in that motherhood phase. We're not yet at post-menopause. We might be perimenopausal, the first sort of signs of shifting and changing on the air. But this is really the time where we're out of that new year, sort of summer holiday time here anyway, and the energy shifting back to school, back to work, back to right, okay, focus time. Lamas is the time of celebration before the hard work of harvesting the crops in the fields. So from an agricultural earth point of view, it is an abundance time, celebration time, sharing time, deliciousness of like coming together and delighting. I'm also of reckoning so far, like, okay, how has the year gone? How have I been true to my intentions? And I'm talking about solar year here in the Southern Hemisphere. So actually jumping back to winter solstice, the seeds of intention planted and nurtured through spring and into summer. What is the harvest like? Are we reaping what we wanted? Did we plant the right seeds, or have those seeds actually kind of surprised us and become something else? And it wasn't actually what we thought we were planting. Did we neglect those seeds? Have we been overly protective of those seeds? Did we nurture the seedlings and the crops as they grew? And what if the weather conditions, like by that I mean the environment around you, how is that nurtured or wreaked havoc with your intentions? Are you on track? Are you on alignment? What will you harvest come Sound and so we've got Mabon next and then Sound, the next two harvest festivals right the way through autumn. Are you on track? What are you being called to really step into? And I'm holding temple this weekend for Lamas. It's also the Lunar New Year. So snake, wood snake, snake being an earth energy and wood being of the earth. And wood really bringing stability and creativity and growth to this energy of snake, which is a deep feminine symbol, the feminine mysteries, transformation, rebirth. The snake, the Ouroboros, that eats its own tail so it can die and be reborn more powerfully, more true, to create space for growth as we shed skins that do not fit us and serve us anymore. So all of these energies, this beautiful time, this is what I'm going to be guiding in my temple tomorrow, this weekend, for the women in my in-person temple here in the Southern Highlands of Australia. And even if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it's in bulk, this time of planting those seeds. So the opposite 6-month apart energy from where we are, you're coming out of hibernation gently, tenderly, time to choose the seeds you will plant for the year ahead. Choose wisely. Is the label correct? Are you going to plan what you think you're going to plan? Are you really committed and devoted to following through with these seeds if you do plant them? I'm really feeling the energy of devotion at this point. We are, no matter where we are, this is a new year. What are you being called to be in devotion to this year? What are you devoted to for yourself and for the world around you? What is it you are going to embody and integrate in this year 9? In numerology as well, this 9 is the end of the cycles, the completion, integration, and real need to embody the teachings and the lessons and the wisdom of the last 9 years. So what is it you are harvesting from this last 9 years and taking through into the next cycle? And what are you leaving behind? What is done? What is complete? What is like, okay, we have moved through that. We have embodied that. We have completed that cycle. Let's leave it now. Let's leave it and place energy and intention into the new come next year, 2026. But right now, what is the absolute embodiment? It's one thing to just learn the theory, the concepts. Yep. Tick the box. What are you actually really being called this year to walk as, to walk your talk, to really embody and lead as this year? And this just sets up so beautifully the theme, as I said, for this podcast, this season of the podcast, the future of this podcast, the conversations I really want to be having. So for today's episode, I'd just love to really catch you up on a bit of a personal update as well of where I am at. Last year was a quieter year on the podcast and a quieter year in my business. Last year felt for me like a real death, a real void, a real like inward journey. And much of my business stayed the same. And there were changes. There was a new direction that I was really being called to step into. And I still needed to take the year to really feel my way through that and really, really see myself clearly and land on exactly what my role is here. And so I began offering business mentoring and really, really felt like I wanted to do this because so many of my clients come to me now with, we work on the inner work, the embodiment, the deep dive into the feminine, the descent of all of the stripping back of all of the things that are holding us back, the ways that we're playing small, the fears, the scarcity, the tension, the resistance. And then we come out into the light on the other side, rising up into our truth and authentic expression and embodiment into the world. But then how do we hold a business? How do we grow a business that will really create those strong foundations, the wood element, perhaps, roots, the container, the cauldron, the chalice that holds our soul purpose so that we can put this out into the world whilst maintaining integrity with our deep feminine wisdom and nature, our cyclical energy, and offering this work in a way that feels really good to us, working smarter, not harder, efficiently, from deep soul guidance and spiritual connection, intuition, working with our magnetic capacity as well. So really not hustling and doing business from this deep feminine paradigm and stepping into our leadership. So that is what I just felt like I knew I was being called into, my feminine leadership, and to guide women to do the same. So I've been really sort of working through how all of this works and what this looks like for me and what my role is, where my magic and my genius really shines through in this world of business support, because I don't want to do it in the way anyone else does it. I have been in so many spaces where it hasn't felt true for me. And I've been the only one really feeling into my feminine energy, my cyclical nature, my season of life, and having to be really discerning about the guidance I take on instead of feeling really safe to just fully be my full feminine self, cyclical self in those spaces. And so many women I work with are neurodivergent as well, and just wanting to really hold this space for women, and with my own curiosity about my own brain and nature as well, my own neurotype. No, just like we need these spaces where we can be our full self, as we bring forwards our medicine and our work into the world. And last year for me, I also followed yet another breadcrumb trail that led me deep, deep, deep into the mystery of Priestess training, and really claiming that this is who I am, this is the role and function that I hold, and that this is something that I've been shirking and cringing away at. For some people, it's the word witch, or mystic, or all these words that we kind of try on and like, oh, what does it mean to really claim that? And Priestess was one that I just felt a bit like I wanted to vomit about for quite a long time. Felt much more at home in witch, but in truth, I'm not a witch. And it's only really been in this journey of really seeing myself and understanding what priestess means, and stepping in and seeing, actually, this is what I've always been doing. This is the nature of my work. This is the nature of my energy and my presence and my leadership. And I always have been. I've walked this for many lifetimes. And I took deep, deep, deep training last year, in both personal alchemy, so a deep descent and rising journey that took me far deeper than anything else I've ever done, and yet was so beautiful and heart-led, and just unbelievably nourishing and safe and so sacred, just absolutely divine feminine embodiment. And at the same time, taking a deep training path to change the way that I hold space and my circles in person as well as online, from being a place of being in sisterhood and sharing from a more head and heart and surface level, even to drop out of story and into transformational, energetic, alchemical space. And I took this ritual training that has completely revolutionized the way that I'm holding space and the way that I'm showing up. And so this year, I'm apprenticing to be able to bring this teaching and training to Australia. And I could not be more in my element with it. So I'm on a deep, deep, deep personal initiation into my leadership, into my feminine sacred leadership. And so I wanted to share this with you because I have been in my spiritual journey and my healing process for about 2 decades now. And it is at this point where I feel like I'm really, really stepping forwards in a way that I haven't been able to, haven't had capacity for, haven't been able to really see and feel that and trust that I have this within me. And so here I am. I share this with you so you can feel where this podcast is going to and who is really guiding this space now, as I walk with you and hold you in this space and hold you in your own journey and bring these conversations to you. So I just really invite you to feel the resonance of the words and the story that I'm sharing, the energies of the cosmos and the earth at play, and what is so alive for you in your body as you hear this now. And I invite you to feel into what it is that you are claiming in yourself. What is it that you have not been able to see in yourself, perhaps? What are you feeling you are being guided to, even when it feels so unknown, like you have to walk through the mystery to reach that space and you don't know what it looks like or feels like? I just invite you to drop into your body, into safety and into trust. Where does trust live in your body? What is the texture and shape and color and energy of trust? Where does it live in your body? And how are you being called to step further fully into your leadership? your feminine leadership in whatever shape or form that takes for you. Snake, as we know, is a potent medicine for trusting the cycles of rebirth. And this is what cycle wisdom is all about. And I just feel that on the collective earth level, that we are all being initiated this year into a deeper embodiment, a deeper truth, a deeper devotion, so that we can collectively bring healing and evolution to this earth. We all have a part to play in this. A big one, a small one, a teeny tiny piece. We all have a role to play. We are all pillars of light holding this remembrance of this feminine way of living and leading and working. Whatever you call yourself, whoever you believe yourself to be. And I really believe that it is this energy first, this feminine first, this embodiment first, that we have to journey through before we can express it into the world. So this is what I'm going to be bringing forward on this podcast. What is it that is up for reclamation, healing, and releasing in you and yourself this year at this time? So I leave you with these questions as we reopen this container and look forward into sharing our next episode with you very soon. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for your devotion to your own feminine leadership, to you trusting your own body, to anchoring to your own sovereignty, and to being willing to look within and to feel where you're being called to step forward. And know that you're never alone. We are here all doing it with you, my love. Right. Blessed Lammas, blessed Imbolc, blessed Lunar New Year of the Snake. May this be a potent year for you, remembering to burn this fire and give it the fuel that it needs to transform matter, to transmute energy, and yet really nurturing yourself so the fire doesn't either go out or burn too hot. What is it that you need to support yourself this year? Until next time, my love, blessed be. Thank you so much for listening, my love. To reclaim your wild feminine power, magic, and flow is an act of sacred rebellion, and it's needed now more than ever. Share this episode with a sister, share on socials, leave a review, and support this podcast and movement to grow and deepen around the world. To discover, activate, and embody your sacred feminine leadership archetype, take the quiz now at charlottepointeaux.com/quiz to find if you're a mystic, muse, connector, or challenger to become the feminine leader you're born to be. And until next time, my love, be devoted to your body as guide, your cycle as oracle, and your sisterhood as allies.